Все придумал давно, 4-2-3-1 игра. Он сейчас отдыхает и отдыхает красиво. Я думаю, что вы увидели. Практически все мировые агентства рассказали о том, как он проводит время за пределами своей родины, в Соединенных Штатах Америки. Участвует в телевизионных проектах, бьет поворотом с одной крыши дома на другую. Ну, в общем, красавец может себе позволить. Месси нет, потому как здесь, опять же, проблема не решена. И надо очень здорово подготовиться к следующим матчам. Матчам против Уругвая, в частности, совсем скоро. Они, две товарищеские встречи пока в этом июне против Бразилии и против Сингапура. Но это, опять же, такая прикидка для того, чтобы мы поняли, в каком состоянии сборная Аргентины находится. Сейчас минута молчания в память о тех людях, которые погибли в теракте в Лондоне. Поехали к составам. Сегодня с Бразилией начинаем, потому как они номинально хозяева на Мельбурн Крикет Граунд или на стадионе G, как называют его в этом замечательном городе, в этой феноменальной стране. Итак, в Эвертон в воротах под первым номером. Он представляет Атлетико Паранаенсе. Пара защитников под четвертым номером играет Жиль из китайского Шандуа. И вместе с ним Тиаго Силва под номером 3, капитан команды ПСЖ. Справа Фагнер из Коринтиаса. У него номер 2. Пара слева полузащитников Луис, номер 6 из мадридского Атлетико. Пара опорных полузащитников Паулиньо. Я думаю, что вы помните его по игре за Тоттенхэм. Сейчас он выступает в Китае, 15 номер. Вместе с ним Фернандиньо из Манчестер Сити, номер 5. Далее Филиппе Каутиньо, Ливерпуль, 11 номер. Виллиан, Челси, 19 номер. Ренато Аугусто. Еще один представитель китайского футбола в бразильской сборной. И Габриэль Жезус играет на острие из Манчестер Сити. 4-2-3-1, по крайней мере, так Тита наметил контуру игры на старт этого матча. Как по ходу встречи пойдет, тут уже увидим. У Сан-Паули все куда интересней, потому как Сан-Паули, я уже сказал, нужно провести серьезнейшую работу по изменению. И мы видим сейчас на этом общем плане, что Сан-Паули начинает в 3 центральных защитника. В воротах начнем. Провел при закрытых дверях. Вот такой каприз мог себе позволить главный тренер аргентинской команды, в отличие от Бразилии, которая в Австралии готовилась совершенно спокойно, открыто для публики. Ну, в общем-то, действительно скрывать нечего. Да, и про Неймара, про его отсутствие тоже говорили давно. Переход из обороны в атаку. Вот то, что в Сан-Паулу всегда получается невероятно быстро. Здесь навязана борьба, и Биглио свалили в центре поля. Судья. Сегодня такой особый матч и в жизни австралийского рефери. Его зовут Крис Бит, ему 32 года. Нейтан Макдональд и Пол Чертранголо из Австралии. Вся бригада вместе с Питером Грином, резервным судьей. Ну вот, Аргентина сразу забирает мяч себе. И попытка перейти в атаку через фланг. Меркадо играет, потеря мяч Анхелем Ди Марии. Тут же отвоеван. Ну, здесь действительно сегодня компания очень крепкая в центре поля, поэтому защитникам будет полегче. Банега и Биглия, Гомес, те люди, которые в отборе играют здорово. В аут. Мяч уходит ненадолго. И вот уже опять, смотрите, как насыщена эта зона. Сколько здесь футболистов. И то, и другое.
quite so much. That's what Sampaoli is tasked with, bringing them all together.
A little slip. Jesus keeps it alive before he's chopped down just outside, but he came back from an offside position first.
Just starting out on his incredible journey down the yellow brick road is Gabi Jesus, the ex-Palmeiras man. What a wonderful player he was for the big green. But Manchester City said, yep, we'll have you over here in Blighty.
Well, back to Waverton. Again from Atlético Paranaense. Spent some time at Corinthians, but not while Kike was there. Here's a chance for Coutinho. Takes the extra touch. And Mercado sliding over from the left. Able to knock it free.
Yep, he's got Gabi Jesus running square to him. Phil Coutinho looking, as you said, to drip a little bit more honey on that ball and then pull the trigger. He hesitated for a split second. And that is strange for Coutinho. Usually he'll banjo those ones well home. Look out. Great ball.
Chance for Di Maria.
Magic.
Extra touch to the goal line and goes for goal but hits the post.
Fabulous attempt from Messi. Brilliant from Angel Di Maria. Mamma mia. What a ball played through. Slide rule pass here. Dybala leads him absolutely magnificently. And he's in like Flynn. And he strikes the upright. Unlucky from Di Maria.
Much of the attention focused on Messi, Dybala, and Higuain, but it is Di Maria in this new role, I guess for lack of a better word, the beau séjour role, and he's the guy that could benefit.
The pass from Dybala was absolute peach of a pass. When we look at it again, Phil, you've got two players that are very, very angled towards him, and he had no space to find Angel.
Well, if there is a concern about Di Maria, it is a bit of fragility.
There's a little bit of a step on right here, right on the end of the toes. That'll sting you. That's right on your toenails, and that is a bad one. It looks like they're more concerned with the ankle.
Again, as he was pivoting, pirouetting almost, he got stepped on. Appears to be okay. Nothing intentional from Paulinho.
No, not at all.
The ex-Spurs midfield.
Angle from that wonderful ball from Dybala. It's a wonderful ace to pull out of your hand. You don't see many players will go for that. The audacity of Di Maria. And he was a lick of paint away from it and looking for the groundsman here at the stadium. Who painted those goalposts? I'm coming to get you. What an opener that would have been.
Both of these teams, I would say a slow start, but World Cup qualifying did not go according to plans. That's one reason Chiche stepped in, provided the spark. Sampaoli actually the third boss in the run to 2018. It started with Tata Martino, now at Atlanta, but did not feel as though the federation was 100% behind him and stepped aside. Edgardo Bausa stepped in and stepped into it. Cleared away. Felipe Luis, a soft touch to Willian.
Poor ball out of the back from Sergio Romero there.
Felipe Luis missing the mark. Up steps Otamendi.
Nicely. Lovely play.
Banega a little deeper, almost a Pirlo type roll.
It was a lovely ball from Banega into a ball. I wanted Dybala to spin on that ball, and he had broken the line with that wonderful pass over Banega, and Dybala not aware that he had a lovely invading space just behind that midfield line of Brazil.
This is just a friendly, but there's so much you can read into it. 4 matches remain. Brazil, the first team to qualify for Russia 2018, joining the hosts. Argentina, meanwhile, would have to go through the playoff to get there. It's so much tied up. Second place with 24, Colombia. 6th place and out of the World Cup, Ecuador with 20. And then you have Peru and Paraguay with 18. There's still so much to be decided.
And these fringe players coming in and saying if they do get the opportunities in these games coming up for Brazil, that look as if they're automatics, that they're going to take full advantage of it. They want to go into qualification absolutely pristine.
Off the referee, Chris Beath. By the way, these two teams do have other matches before they head off. Brazil taking on Australia on Tuesday right here at the G. And
beautiful pass.
Argentina traveling to Singapore. All tucked inside. Up steps Banega. Back wide. Di Maria tries to find Eber, but
a little bit too fast for his own good, wasn't he, Angel? Playing the ball off and then like a greyhound out of the traps, out of his pace, and really just looking for that little kiss back, but just not coming. Crowd being entertained by high quality football, all right. The passing absolutely wonderful. Well, commentator's curse.
Well, entertained regardless. Fernandinho with Higuain providing some bite to win it back.
Nicely.
Mercado off a give and go, and he draws the foul against Fernandinho. No, says the ref.
Wonderful positioning by this referee. Angel Di Maria doesn't like it, but he's perfectly placed. He's got a wonderful crow's nest type of observation point here. He's looking right down on it. Take a look. Ball's played off here, and here the referee sees that he gets the ball ahead, and there's the follow-up challenge, which is a foul.
Mercado slamming the door in Fernandinho's face. Mercado, the player to keep an eye on. Mentioned they do have three right defenders out there. He's the one that switched over to the left side, but does not seem to be slowing him down. Pops up on Willian, and off the hand.
Unlucky. Lively ball here, isn't it?
It's a fast pitch.
Yep.
And as you can see, that center square where they normally do the bowling, covered in some new, a lot of action here, both from cricket and Australian rules. Sometimes a couple of games a weekend.
And not too much to complain about the pitch, for sure.
The stadium, the largest in the southern hemisphere, the top 10 stadium in the world. Higuain ruled to a bumped Silva.
That's not so bad either. Higuain thinks he gets away with that in Serie A, and he probably does. Very shrewd by Higuain, turning and thinking he'd maybe get away with one if there's more of a standing position. Him, he's expecting the bump into him, but doesn't come. Silva goes a tumble and gets the call.
Mentioned eyes on Mercado to find out who he can adapt from Paulinho, and lays it back to Sergio Romero. Wide for Otamendi, up the line. Maidana off to Gomez, and now a foul the other way. Stadium holds about 102,000. They were expecting 95,000, and it looks like it's much more than that. $30,000 Brazilian expats in Australia, many in the Melbourne area. More than 20,000 Argentines.
They're all here.
And they brought their friends. Romero guarding that back post as Willian gets set to whip it in.
Nice space for the Canarino to attack if it's good enough, and it is.
Back post,
nicely
headed into the middle, but cleared by Villa. Launched high into the air by Fagner.
Defense is the question mark as well. It's been very, very shaky in the qualifications, so Sampaoli not all just about the attack here, and he is trying a different type of lineup in many ways. A 31-year-old River Plate man, Maidana, he introduced ex-Boca boy, so you know he's got the class.
Ex-River as well.
Easy fill.
Ball launched forward, and then retreating Brazil to try and maintain possession. Gil, the 29-year-old, another of the Chinese-based players. Remember when it used to be if you went to China or the Middle East or North America, you can write your national team career away?
Sure. In some countries, for sure, but not for Brazil. As you say, a few players, Paulinho in Guangzhou and Gil in Shandong.
Augusto in Beijing.
Yep.
And Hulk's still there. Don't count him out.
You're right, Phil, though. Chiche not minding that, and certainly Shandong players living up to their expectations coming in. Doesn't seem to be too much of a letdown at all, despite playing in one of the leagues that's just constructing themselves. Look out.
Danger here as Coutinho bursts down the right wing. Two in the middle looking for Willian. An acrobatic clearance by Otamendi to get it out of danger. Corner kick.
Good defending. Lovely attack by Coutinho. It doesn't have a lot on for him. So beautiful give and go and get. He's already taken his pictures. He keeps on doing it. He sees all of his players pretty much marked up. So he's got to go for that curler towards Willian. Maybe with a little bit more height on it. But that's a hell of a hard ball to hit on the run. But good effort by Coutinho.
Into the middle. Out comes Romero. Got a good fist to it.
Yep. Makes his decision early, comes and claims it strong.
Brazil starting World Cup qualifying with a loss in Chile against the Copa America champs. Bounced back with a win against Venezuela, but then stumbled. A 1-1 draw in Argentina. They did beat Peru, but then draws against Uruguay. Heads and tails above the rest of CONMEBOL. Ball back. Otamendi sweeps it in for Maidana, who's now playing in the center. 31-year-old late bloomer. Spent some time at Methalis Kharkiv before heading back to Argentina and River.
Nice football out of the back from the Albiceleste. Bad giveaway from Dybala. Just didn't catch that one right.
Tried to launch it for Gomez, but it spun too much. Argentina, a slow start themselves, winless through their first three, but then seemed to right the ship with 4 straight victories. 2 more draws, but then 3 losses in their last 5.
Good
Squared,
ball.
driving it in and looking for the corner, but too high from Renato Augusto.
Well, high, wide and ugly here. Wonderful construction from the Canarino. Lovely passing, give, go, get again on the run. Got a lot of options. The Argentine defense like marbles on a glass table here. They're all over the place. Nobody picking up Augusto. A poor finish from the Beijing man.
Vega spots Messi. Dropping into the center and then bursting through the defense. Sends it wide for Di Maria. Fagner trying to slow him down. Trickles inside, up steps Silva, and bangs it off Dybala for the goal kick.
Different noise rings around this stadium when Lionel Messi gets the ball. Expecting pure magic every time he touches it, of course, and more often than not they get it. Incredible dependency on Lionel Messi though, Phil. I'm sure you have the statistics on how many games Argentina have played and they have not had Messi. They've lost so many of them.
Maidana able to clear. Well, out of their last 7 matches without Messi, just 7 points out of a potential 21.
It's amazing, and every time he's played, they usually win.
Which again is why it was so vital for Argentina. Currently in that playoff spot, the 5th spot in qualifying, in danger of missing out on the World Cup. They could not afford to see Messi missing the next 3 games.
Yeah.
Especially the next one against their other arch rivals in Uruguay.
And they've been on a bad slope downwards. Uruguay have hit a real bad run of form. so they'll be going to Montevideo, looking to take advantage of that. And of course, Messi will be up against his own teammate, who was Suarez, fighting each other tooth and nail.
Nodded forward, Maidana finds Banega, back to Villa. Villa, not really a flashy player, more a consistent one. Banega, the one that tries to provide the spark. You notice a difference in Argentina under Sampaoli compared to Bausa?
20 minutes in, not too much. But certainly Dybala's introductions giving Messi a lot more options. We've already seen that produce, well, he's 2 minutes in, nearly produced the first goal. Well, yeah, he was magic man.
Messi in the center of the park, up for Dybala. Tries to turn, tried to feed back to Messi, but poked away by Paulinho.
I think the cohesion of the Argentine midfield, oh, that's a lovely give and go, and he's got the option on the back post if he can hit him.
Otamendi and Maidana trying to catch. He does find Coutinho, dances around Romero, who reaches out to slap it away and then catches it before it crosses the goal line.
Otamendi, who comes in with a great tackle here. Wonderful play from Willian, who was released inside of his own half. A beautiful breakaway. Coutinho nearly the man on the spot yet again. He's had some wonderful chances. 21 minutes in, the Liverpool lad, and I think that was Otamendi come across just to put the fire out in the nick of time, Phil.
Villa, Messi in support.
Some goal-denying tackles coming in across the back for Argentina.
And credit to Romero as well for making it difficult.
Absolutely.
The man who can't find a starting job.
He could only live Europa League titles. Had a wonderful season when he played for Manchester United, the 30-year-old.
Lunging forward, Gomez to knock it into touch. Five-time world champions Brazil.
Here it is.
Reverse angle.
Wonderful run and at jackrabbit pace. The Coutinho, should he have played it first time? It is Otamendi that comes across, but as you point out, Phil, Sergio back in to settle the ball and then hit it, and that perhaps cost him. Maybe should have struck it first time through the ball.
Brazil have opened the scoring in 10 of their last 13 World Cup qualifiers.
Messi.
Argentina looking to open the scoring here.
Pullbacks on.
Dybala for Messi, who had to wait, then tries to slide it through and cleared away by Fagner. It's Gabi Jesus against the world.
Play it.
The three-man back line has been tested.
Yep.
But to this point has responded.
Come through the fire all right, but just at the last baby's breath. Look out.
Against Fagner. Drives it low to the near post. Waverton with the stop.
Some good attacks, but they haven't been able to find Higuain at all with any space or any time on the ball. And the Brazilians doing a good job in covering the Juventus hitman.
Higuain quickly looking. Messi
Beautiful.
flips it in for Dybala.
Lovely
then
football.
Makes the move.
Great
Dybala tackled away by Fernandinho.
Great slider from the side. Clean as a whistle, and he wraps up Dybala in cellophane. Wonderful attack from the Albiceleste. Wonderful defence from Brazil.
35th cap for Fernandinho, the Manchester City mid.
Marked players. X's and O's cancelling each other out. Just.
This is the 108th meeting between these two arch rivals. 44 victories for Brazil, 37 for Argentina. Ex-Corinthians.
Very, very settled.
Lose, you lose, you're going home. Simple as that. No freebie games left. Guarantee you.
Never one to shy away.
Same again.
Got stepped on again.
With the rain, that will,
from Gabi.
Looked like Mercado actually had that ankle braced as well, so maybe an earlier injury or perhaps just precautionary. There's Villa. Banega pushing up a bit higher. Well, they're calling it a 3-4-3 or a 3-4-2-1. Seems as though Messi has the free roll.
Smart. Good ball. Magic.
Bala, one touch wide. Jose Luis Gomez and oversteps field to knock it away.
Weight of the pass from Dybala. Absolutely perfect.
Corner kick seemed to be the initial call, but the assistant pointing out it came off of Gomez. One of the youngsters out there, in fact, really the only true new face making his debut, the right back from Lanús. Dangerous, but curls into the path of Silva.
Well dealt with.
Silva back over to the right side. There's Sampaoli.
You notice that this dependency on Messi cannot go on forever, knowing that Messi has played just 6 rounds in this qualification process, Phil, and Argentina have won 5 of them. And of the 8 matches that Leo's missed, his country's just won 1.
And again, mentioned how tight things are. Even Peru and Paraguay just on the verge of knocking Argentina out.
Yep.
Really only Bolivia and Venezuela on the outs. Good ball forward, but Di Maria a little too far afield.
Yeah, Peru still in the firing line.
Victory could see them draw to within a point of Argentina.
What do you think? Just
a lean by Di Maria. Next qualifying round set for the end of August, the beginning of September. They'll play 2. Peru will be taking on Bolivia. You'd figure they would get the 3 points. Mentioned Argentina at Uruguay. Brazil, meanwhile, taking on Ecuador, who started as one of the leaders, but now find themselves in 6th place and out. So a huge match for Ecuador.
Again, wonderful football from the back from Brazil. Argentina's doing the same thing. Beautiful passes through, bypassing the obvious one and hitting the next line of player who kisses it on. And this wonderful intricacy and delicate touch from both teams. But again, they're going to need a skeleton key to unlock the defenses here today, by the looks of it.
Touched in. Gabi Jesus seemed to get clipped and goes flying. Advantage played by Chris Beath. Coutinho dances around Mercado. Villa in to poke it free. And Gabi Jesus still down at midfield.
Yep, Di Maria goes to kick the ball out on purpose and gets some bargy from Paulinho there, and that's out of order by Paulinho because Di Maria had seen that Gabi Jesus was down on the deck and played the ball out.
Remember, he missed months with a broken metatarsal. And anytime you're grabbing your feet.
It's another one of these stomps right on top of the foot, and these modern day boots, they're very, very lacking in the protection because of the sinewsy type of materials that they use nowadays, like a second skin. There you see Di Maria, hold on, your player's down.
Did not like the challenge from Paulinho, and Paulinho didn't like the response. So a little fire from Brazil, but big concern about Gabi Jesus. It was that right foot, a fractured metatarsal that kept him out for months at Manchester City. This time, as you point out, it seems as though it was just a stomp. And they are trying to put the boot back on. Not just the travel halfway around the globe, but in what some might describe as a meaningless game, to lose a player could be the worst possible result. Yellow card against the River defender. And that a good sign.
Hit rate for this spellbinding young footballer, Gabriel Jesus. Best's yet to come. There's a good beef about him, Phil. He's still filling out physically, so there's plenty of scope for him in a muscular sort of way as he develops as a mature footballer. But all of the other tools in his cabinet are really sharp and well oiled. He's a tremendous footballer with great range, pace, technique. He's Brazilian, but he's a good one.
Maidana gets it back to midfield.
It's been a long, long time since they could produce a player of the great phenomenon type of standards like Ronaldo brought, but maybe.
Ali o Higuaín, ele toca de primeira para trás. Ali o Mercado e o zagueiro Otamendi. Toca a Argentina na frente. Higuaín lá pelo meio, Di Maria passa um pouco mais atrás. Brasil no seu campo de defesa. Tudo bem com Gabriel Jesus, marcando ali pelo meio. E a retomada do Brasil. Fernandinho girou, tentou, sair de 3. Otamendi faz o corte mais atrás e aí o goleiro Romero. Saída perigosa ali com o Bilha. Aperta o Coutinho. O Mercado sai lá pela esquerda, o Paulinho chega por ali e o Bilha consegue girar mais uma vez. Vanega, Brasil vai apertando, vai dando trabalho. Ali o Maidana. Jogador que está pendurado com o cartão amarelo, esse zagueiro ali, o Maidana. Ali o Coutinho, Felipe Luiz recebe, dá para bater daí, tentou um gol, a bola passa por cima e poucas chances para finalizar, né?
Jogada individual. Você vê que quando o Brasil pega a bola, a Argentina vem fazendo a pressão, saindo para marcar. Quando a Argentina pega a bola, o Brasil sai para marcar também. Então ficou um jogo para os atacantes bem difícil. Você vê que o Messi até agora apareceu com 1 ou 2 toques de bola.
Mais uma falta marcada. Agora no Higuaín. Volta a seleção brasileira aí o Thiago Silva. Com a tarja de capitão. E aí a cobrança da falta do time da Argentina. Fecha ali pelo meio Gabriel Jesus, fazendo o 7º jogo dele no time do Brasil. Tem 5 gols marcados o Gabriel. Aí a tomada e a falta do Gabriel no Messi. Aí a cobrança do Messi para a entrada da área. Acompanha o Felipe Luiz, acabaram se precipitando nessa cobrança e a bola foi para fora. Outro que vai tentando ali mais oportunidade na seleção brasileira é o zagueiro Gil, né? Ele entrou em 2014, já no finalzinho do jogo, na vitória por 2-0 do Brasil sobre os argentinos em Pequim, né? Ele substituiu o Davi Luiz, que tinha se machucado naquela partida. Agora os papéis estão invertidos, né? Hoje o Gil começa jogando e o Davi Luiz no banco de reservas. Aí o Maidana. Fecha ali o Gabriel. Sobe também o William. Felipe Luiz. Vamos lá, William. Vamos subir nessa marcação aí o time do Brasil. Bola volta até o goleiro Romero. Saída com o Otamendi.
Empty. That's because the fans have to sit just a bit higher up to look over the boards and the benches. Calm under pressure. Otamendi's pass for Gomez goes awry, though. Lunging in to try and knock it free, the Man City defender, to his Man City teammate, well, the opponent today. A little bump from Bilya.
A little bit hesitant there, trying to play the ball. Gabriel Jesus, he saw the ball was open, the pass was open, but then it closed in front of him and then got dispossessed.
Romero with some spin, chested down by Mercado.
Good run. Nicely.
Laid back Higuaín, driven ball down the line, Di Maria, onside.
Wonderful from Vanega.
Vanega leaving Sevilla as Sampaoli arrived, so another one that Sampaoli gets a chance to coach for the first time.
Oh, lucky.
And Banega, like Sampaoli, like Messi from Rosario. A cradle of soccer in Argentina. Fernandinho reaching in and knocks Dybala down.
A lovely, intricate football again from Argentina, playing it in tight spaces. Players man-marked, but finding the way through, and his feet continue to dance. The wonderful Dybala. A great season he had for Juventus. Had a disappointing final against the champions Real Madrid.
38th minute. Argentina 63% of the possession, but just 2 shots so far. Messi lifting it up. Higuain heading it down, and that was close.
I think it was right as well, Phil. These referees having good games.
Nathan McDonald on the near side.
Chris Beath in the middle. Hasn't done much wrong at all. And that's an incredibly good call there, because as you say, it was very, very tight. But I think if you stop that and freeze it, you saw that Higuain was just barely a shoulder offside. Nothing in it.
Messi found a pocket. Good ball. Kicks out Di Maria.
Nicely.
Looking for Higuain, but 3 defenders in the way. Blasted to the low post off the clearance. And what a shot from Di Maria.
What a save by Weatherton. And this is tremendous football. Of course, the magic man picks the wide man out. Angel. Beautiful ball in. He'll get another crack at it. And then this one comes back. That's a decent ball played in, but then that volley is rasped home, and that one could have squirted through on the inside of Weatherton, but the Paranense man comes and saves him.
Mentioned now 3 shots, all of them from Di Maria, and all of them at that near post. One actually rattled the iron. Now it's Messi against Wagner, tries to sneak it in. The ball bounces back off the Argentine, and then off the Brazilian and out for the corner.
Defending. Wagner knows he's got a tiger by the tail here and his teeth at the other end, but he did a great job blocking that cross.
Wagner, 27 years of age, about to be 28. Offside, a wasted restart for Argentina. Messi trying to figure what happened. 5 minutes and change remain.
Take a look.
And there the touchback. Good call again.
Yep.
Banega a little slow off the mark.
From the linesman. What's his name, Phil? That's a linesman's call.
Nathan McDonald on the near side.
Nice one.
And actually Paul Santangelo, as we are looking at the Tribune side. So again, the junior assistant.
These calls are very, very tight. There's been so little in the decisions, but they've done it in a blink of a bee's eye, and they've got, in my opinion, they've got everyone right so far.
Again, think about it. It's one thing to be calling up to the challenge so far. Across.
Nicely.
Into the area.
Good ball.
Chips it back, but cleared away by Gomez.
Wonderful play from Wagner. The touch as the ball's played into Wagner is exquisite. The final touch onto it, and the cross is wonderfully inviting. Good play from the lad who was only earning his 3rd cap.
Messi the quick restart, and then laid back finds Dybala, who has help.
Magnetizes the ball.
Villa with a little space. Di Maria again. Curls it around Wagner, but can't find Higuain. Silva with the clearance.
He's got space and time again out wide. Di Maria, I think that's a tremendous ball. Is it attacked enough with the pace, or is it just not an accurate ball? It's debatable, Phil. It's played into an area that usually is looking for Cavani, and it's like a lot quicker onto the ball than what Gonzalo Higuain has been proven to be in this game.
Otamendi, another good play defensively for Argentina. The back to the Citizen, in for Banega. Wide for Gomez. There's another Gomez available on the bench as we get set. 6 substitutes, of course, in this friendly. And so many players to keep an eye on for both teams. Dybala in for Messi. Edge of the area, wide for Di Maria.
Just a little bit too acute of an angle there for Di Maria to pull. Oh, that's a lovely touch from Dybala again. Even taking Messi a little bit by surprise there. That'll take time, that chemistry to come between them. But wonderful wavelength between the 3 players there. And again, so close.
Ricardo back for Di Maria. Of course, this is a bit more of an experimental side from Chiche. The next 4 World Cup qualifiers might be as well, considering they've already clinched a berth. So he's trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. They are now scrambling back against Di Maria. In for Messi.
Beautiful.
Lays it back. Dybala. Left-footed curler just wide of Waverton.
Well, the 3 lads combine for some beautiful hocus-pocus football here, and the applause from this knowledgeable crowd ring out. Wonderful from Di Maria earlier than this, and it's a great pullback, but the touch from Messi is exquisite. He sets the table beautifully. Look at that ball from Lionel. Magic. Could he have went down and strong to the opposite side? He's got a nanosecond to produce that diamond skill, but just a little bit too quick with the trigger, and the ball fades away high and wide. But brilliant football from Argentina, set up by this man and Angel Di Maria.
Be surprised if he plays much in the second half, but Messi still looking sprightly as we head to halftime. For Brazil, Douglas Costa, Diego Sousa, Tyson, Juliano, Rodriguinho, the attacking options.
There's been rumours that Lionel Messi wants to get Angel Di Maria to Barcelona. He's been openly stating it. He'd love to have Angel with him at Camp Nou. What an addition he'd be.
Banega rolls it back. Argentina looking for the opener. Slapped off the post, and the rebound knocked home by Mercado, and he was onside. It's gonna count.
Mercado sticks the finger in Brazil's eye and sticks a ball in a net. But it's all down to the initial ball. The initial pass is wonderfully surgical. Messi again, always involved. This is a peach of a pass from Di Maria. Sends it with a dozen roses tied around it. And it's a beautiful jackknifing header from Otamendi. It kisses the upright. Again, look at this ball here from Angel. This is why Messi wants him at Camp Nou. He places it on the head of a pin. It's absolutely brilliant. The goalkeeper perhaps gets a touch on this, Phil. I think he pushes it under the post. But then there's wonderful mop-up work on the back from the Sevilla boy, Mercado.
Third goal for the ex-River right back, playing on the left side today. And he scored some big ones. This just a friendly, but it's a big step forward with a new boss in town.
Well, that's nice to be the mop-up man like that on the spot, unquestionably, but the ball from Di Maria is where the genesis was of that goal.
Now, how much does that change things? Maybe a little more freedom for Sampaoli to make switches in the second half. Edu Salvio, Marcos Acuna, Joaquin Correa, Lanzini, the West Ham creator, Paredes from Roma, and of course Papu Gomez from Atalanta among those, including a certain Mauro Icardi,
yes,
who could step onto the field in the second half.
Yep, just wonderful.
And that will do it for the opening half. 1-0 Argentina at the death.
A wonderful goal in the end, but a wonderful pass. Moreover, Mercado is the one who punctures the balloon with a little pinpoint pass into the open net after a wonderful header onto the post that was saved by Weverton. Of course, he was always involved originally, but there'll be changes, I'm sure, in the second half, but we've got a game and we've got to go.
Oh, hello. Lucky for me, there's some great golf here in the Carolinas. Whether you golf or not, Geico could help you score some great savings on car insurance. Maybe even hundreds of dollars. Whoa! Oh, hole in one. And that's a par 5, mind you.
See how much you could save on car insurance. Go to geico.com today.
Let us be lovers, we'll marry our fortunes together. I've got some real estate here in my bag. Ooh, so I looked at the scenery. She read her magazine.
The all-new Volkswagen Atlas. Covered from coast to coast with America's best bumper-to-bumper limited warranty.
Cricket has something epic for you. We've got more 4G LTE coverage than T-Mobile or Sprint. Switch now and get a brand new smartphone for free. Plus, you can get a $50 bill credit even if you don't need a phone. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Tomorrow, see me when Butter is on. The race is on. Don't miss all the action. The most exciting sport on the planet. All the action on Bein Sports.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help, and your insurance may offer coverage.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now.
Please call 800-832-6433. That is 800-832-6433.
Tomorrow, the NASL match of the week is on Bein Sports. Join us and enjoy our soccer. Puerto Rico FC versus San Francisco Delta on Bein Sports.
Matt, could you ask them to give me a call?
No problem.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Barbara Comerford. As some of you know, I'm a disability lawyer with more than 20 years of experience. I represent the Social Security Administration. My dad was blind and disabled, so I understand how important these benefits are to families. Please visit our website to find out more. We're here to help. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Corrado. For 50 years, my family has brought you the finest fruits from around the world at the best prices. At Corrado's Market, there is a difference. Experience the difference in all of our departments and select from the freshest fruits and vegetables, meat and seafood brought in daily, cheeses from around the world, delicious homemade deli selections, and freshly baked cakes, pies, and cookies. When you shop at Corrado's Market, there is a difference.
Express halftime from Melbourne. And Argentina with a goal just before the halftime whistle. 1-0 over Brazil. Stats in a moment, but look at the highlights from this first half of play. And Jorge Sampaoli's Albiceleste debut.
Yep, up against a strong one and a strong Brazilian side. But Argentina, as the game wore on, looked more and more comfortable in this new formation. Dybala, what a ball, Dybala. Setting up Angel, and Mamma Mia, Di Maria is a lick of paint away from opening the goal 5 minutes in. What a beautiful strike, but a peach of a pass from Dybala. Brazil would come on strong. Wagner would be nicely involved, and this is a beautiful setup for Renato, but he's high, wide and ugly. Flying out like those crazy monkeys in the Wizard of Oz. Brazil on the fly again. Wonderful touch. Amazing jackrabbit pace here. Willian sets it up, finish it, kiss it away, Coutinho, but a brilliant last-ditch tackle from the Man City man, the ex-Belistan midfielder. Di Maria again would ask a serious question of Weverton. Can you save this? It comes out, he gets a second bite at it like Mike Tyson, but Weatherton on the spot. Messi sets up Dybala for a curler. Again, Di Maria and Messi. Beautiful ball, played in. Dybala's got a great chance, but he sends it wide. This is the go-ahead goal. Beautiful pass from Di Maria. The pass weighted. The pass is soft as a slug's beer belly. Beautiful delivery. Right into Otamendi. Look at this header from Otamendi. This is a tremendous header from Otamendi. It's behind him and he still gets a great jackknifing header. And again, it's Mercado that's doing the mock-up work. Weatherton maybe gets a fingernail onto it, but it doesn't matter. Mercado opening the score for the Albicelesti over the Canarino.
Are we not entertained? Well, there's even more to come. Stick around.
Roger, copy. Okay, let's go.
Todos manejamos, pero algunos sentimos que estamos volando.
Suddenly he has so much more energy. I can't believe it. It's definitely a turn-on. It's like the guy I knew 10 years ago suddenly showed up again.
He has passion and drive again. It's incredibly sexy.
How are men over 40 enjoying more passion, energy, and vitality than ever with a powerful man-boosting innovation called Nugenics? Powered by Testofen, a key ingredient shown to help naturally increase a man's free testosterone levels. Nugenics is texting FLAME to 321-321. Clinical results show men report significantly higher energy levels with Nugenics. More satisfaction with muscle and strength. More stamina.
He's trim, tight, really terrific.
Feel like the man you used to be with Nugenics. Complimentary bottles are not available in stores. To guarantee yours, text FLAME to 321-321 now. That's FLAME to 321-321.
Juan Rodriguez Chavez and his family fought to become American citizens. He wasn't born here, but that fact never once crossed his mind. For 4 times he put himself in harm's way to save the men who were. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from, it matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed with a fighting spirit.
Tomorrow, the best international soccer is here. 2019 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. Nigeria versus South Africa. On beIN Sports.
La semana es larga y necesitas un poco de sabor en tu vida. Déjanos consentirte con guacamole fresco, tostón tropical o camarones al ajillo. Todos están aquí para pasar un buen rato. Elige una bebida y nosotros te la servimos. No esperamos hasta el viernes para tratar bien a nuestros clientes. Disfruta de una de nuestras entrañas preferidas. La entraña Cayenne, entraña Taberna y la entraña 5 estrellas, cubierto con camarones salteados, tocino y queso derretido. City Tavern, donde el fin de semana comienza el lunes.
Optimum serves up the finest fare in TV and movies every month. And Optimum Channel helps you decide what you want. It gives you bite-sized samples of movies on demand through shows like All Access. Or consider What's On, a delicious buffet of when and where to find the freshest shows on TV. While you're watching, enjoy a side of tips and tricks about your Optimum services. Optimum. Let's connect more.
Approaching 100,000 in attendance. And even though there is just one goal, there was plenty of action. We'll get through the stats in a moment, but just a reminder, there is more to come, including on Tuesday, that friendly against Australia, Chile and Colombia in action, but it's CONMEBOL in Sports in Espanol in English. Well, tune in, you'll find out. Tune in as we continue from Melbourne. It's Brazil looking to come back against Argentina.
The device-loving people want more than just unlimited data. We want unlimited entertainment, so we can stream unlimited action, punch unlimited robots, watch unlimited romance, if you're into that. But we also want more, like unlimited HBO.
Can I stop dying now, Mark?
No can do, mi amigo. It's unlimited. Besides, you're really good at it, James.
Don't settle for any unlimited data plan. Only the AT&T Unlimited Plus plan comes with HBO included at no extra charge.
I see stories in people's faces, in their hands, in their eyes. People tell me stories without saying one word, so I listen. Then I give it back. What are you chasing? Hennessy. Never stop, never settle.
Tomorrow, the Africa Cup of Nations 2019 is on beIN Sports. Senegal will fight to stop the fury of Equatorial Guinea. Senegal versus Equatorial Guinea on beIN Sports.
In today's world, your data is your life. So even a small business like Zoot Shoot Photographers needs a big data solution. Optimum's cloud backup service automatically backs up your data and protects it with military-grade encryption. And since your files are stored in the cloud, you can download them anywhere on any computer in a snap. Want more tips? Visit OptimumBusinessTips.com.
Americans have simply lost trust in news media.
What happened to the news? All I get is a daily serving of lies.
Do your job and just tell me.
I am overloaded with news that is useless.
Give me the facts. Let me sort it. Where's the integrity telling the story?
Why is the news so biased? I will never trust the media.
Halftime festivities wrapping up. Second half about to kick off. BeInSports.com for all of the latest. Going to be for Mercado. Looks like he's gone to the right side, his more natural position. They've pulled Maidana. That is the case. Otamendi sliding to the middle. Gabi Jesus onside. Tries to sneak it across. Banega back. And then bursting forward. Tries to go Dobaka. Messi can't get there. Messi still trying to figure out where the new furniture is with Sampaoli.
Very early days, but his counterparts seeming to have a nice effect on this Argentina side. They've looked a lot more comfortable in this formation. Look out.
Burst of speed, Correa.
It's a good ball.
Lifts it up for Di Maria, who can't quite meet it on the fly.
Fabulous ball played in, and he curses deaf heaven with his bootless cries. What a ball. Correa, wonderful, sees his target, places it impeccably. Split millimeter perfection. You don't see that many times. Di Maria going for a shot at goal and the ball going out for a throw in.
Mercado with the foul on the far side.
It's not an easy chance though for Di Maria. It always looks as if it's a real stinker, and it is, but travelling at pace onto a ball like that and trying to hit the full-blooded volley that high up is not easy, even for a world-class player like Di Maria, but disappointing.
Off to the near side, and
Weverton's not doing much wrong here today.
Tagliafico off to Di Maria, back to Banega. Pretty good young goalkeeper on the other side, could make his debut against Singapore, and Geronimo Rui.
Yep.
Real Sociedad netminder. In fact, also with Manchester City with a buyback, if I recall correctly. Messi draws the attention back to Banega. They'll retreat and regroup. Bill, the Bayern right back, Rafinha and Rodrigo Caio from Sao Paulo. Just a couple of caps. So again, Tite with a little more luxury with a ticket to Russia already clinched. The Bayern right back, there's more method to their madness. Tagliafico drawing, dishing off to Correa, and again Di Maria with another shot that squirts wide.
It's unlucky. Tagliafico driving on into the crowd, tries to play a quick 1-2 with Angel.
Start, but they still have Rivers, Ignacio Fernandez, Atalanta's Alejandro Gomez, Lanzini from West Ham, Paredes from Roma, Guido Rodriguez from America. All making their first cap if they get on the pitch. Poor touch. Now a chance on the break.
A bad ball from Tagliafico there.
Willian.
Good ball.
Squares around Billa. Gabi Jesus bumped off the ball and cleared away.
Well, Tagliafico holds his hands up. It's a bad ball in a very dicey position. Learning on the job, but that one will be brought home to him in a highlight. That was a bad giveaway with his team in full advanced positions.
In the last 15-20 minutes of the opening half, Argentina took control, eventually scoring the goal, but the opening quarter hour of the second stanza, Brazil has missed the target.